Hey, welcome back everyone. Now, if there's one thing that a lot of Star Wars fans are very eager to see, it's of course exactly how Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, and everybody else hopping on board over at Lucasfilm is going to handle the future of Star Wars now without Kathleen Kennedy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the great thing about the future of the franchise is that Kathleen Kennedy is only handling the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series, and that's it strictly. Everything beyond that is going to be handled by other creators that are more passionate about Star Wars, that really know the Star Wars lore down to the core, and really actually embrace Star Wars legends. And that's exactly what's so great about The Mandalorian, mind you, is that we have a lot of the passion coming from Jon Favreau. He is the very person that really is bringing things pretty much to a different level than what we would have never seen if Kathleen Kennedy actually had somebody else on board, right? So, like I've said before, I think that obviously one major character that a lot of fans are very prepped for is the character of Ahsoka Tano in the form of live action. Why is this a big deal? It's a big deal because of two reasons. Number one, she's a very popular character in the form of animation, and seeing that transition into live action is going to make this character very much more familiar with the entire fan base. You know, be it casual fans, new fans, hardcore fans. Number two is that we have Rosario Dawson. A lot of fans are very curious to see how she's going to act as Ahsoka Tano. A lot of fans were very much let down that Ashley did not get the role as Ahsoka Tano. As much as I believe that she should have gotten the role, for some reason Lucasfilm did not do that and they chose Rosario. Now, beyond all of this, what's really exciting is that now that the Skywalker saga is over, both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new universe, where it's explained that they have significant plans for the character of Ahsoka Tano and others associated with the prequel trilogy and Clone Wars era of the franchise. Now, it's described that The Mandalorian Season 3 and 4 are set to do incredible things with Ahsoka Tano, and even Mace Windu in the series with a return by Samuel Jackson. It's said that Disney plans to create a major connection between Ahsoka Tano, also, of course, and Mace Windu, and that by the time Season 4 rolls around in 2022, Jon Favreau plans to tease Mace Windu's return, since they are planning a TV series of his own that will go back and forth in time. Now, further, it's said that Ahsoka in Season 3 will hold knowledge of the fallen Jedi who knows the secret of Palpatine's resurrection and his mysterious clones in the galaxy. So let's stop right there for a second. You can obviously see that they are tying some things in here with the sequel trilogy. A lot of fans have been talking about that little Snoke appearance that we got in the last episode, or if it even is Snoke, right? It could very well be a proto-Snoke for all we know. But nonetheless, a lot of fans are very much seeing these little tiny links to the sequel trilogy happening as we speak. So further, Lucasfilm plans to introduce an elderly version of Mace Windu in The Mandalorian Season 4, with Ahsoka being the key for the Mandalorian to discover the Jedi in hiding. Now, it's described that Favreau wants to explore a version of Mace Windu that is going to die of natural causes to explain his Force Ghost voice in Episode 9 to Rey. So, you guys may recall that in The Rise of Skywalker, at the very end of the movie, you do hear Mace Windu. That's him as a Force Ghost, and a lot of fans have been very curious, why in the world is he a Force Ghost? How did he really die? Jon Favreau wants to answer that in the Mandalorian series. Now, mind you, the Mandalorian series is set to deliver an elderly version of Mace Windu, kind of like how we got an elderly version of Yoda in the original trilogy movies that eventually dies of natural causes. That's what Favreau wants to explore in The Mandalorian. However, in the actual Mace Windu series, it's going to go back and forth between his younger self and a slightly younger than his elderly version self that's going to explain his life after the events of Order 66, if that makes a lot more sense. So, beyond that, Ahsoka Tano, alright, is described to know the location of Mace Windu, located somewhere in the Outer Rim, that is being prepped for Season 3. Rosario Dawson is said to have already met with Sam Jackson for, of course, Season 4, due for 2022. where Jon Favreau already has plans for an Ahsoka Tano spin-off movie that they want to release in theaters sometime in the near future, in between the new trilogy, that will serve as a Mandalorian spin-off film to explore untold stories either before The Mandalorian or between episodes. So that, to me, I think is going to be by far the biggest introduction of all when it comes to Star Wars. The return of Mace Windu and the continuation of Ahsoka now being in live-action form. This, of course, is really going to set up The Mandalorian to become bigger than ever before. Now, people out there may argue, could this very well take the attention away from Din Djarin? I don't think so necessarily. I think it, yes, will create this a little bit of interest for the character's return, but it's going to basically be a seed in The Mandalorian that's going to grow either into other projects or movies or TV shows, whatever it may be. They're using The Mandalorian as a seed to grow these characters that we know and love. So like I've said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.